Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well, or if you're new here then hi, welcome. I hope you're doing very well too. So today I have a ton of first impressions that I'm super excited about. I've got stuff from NYX, from ELF, from BEAUTYBAY, from W7. It's a nice mixture of some really affordable stuff today, but first let's start off with a primer that is not so new, but I'm going to use it in connection with the foundation. So NYX have just come out with a brand new foundation. So this is their Make 'em Wonder. So I'm very excited about this because I don't think they've come out with a foundation for quite a while. They're always releasing a ton of like lip stuff and other stuff as well, but they really haven't done like a foundation or anything since like the tint, which is amazing, the buttermilk tint. And yeah, I'm so excited for this. But yeah, like I mentioned, I'm going to go in with the primer first. So this is the face glue. This is one of my favorites of last year because it's just a product that I absolutely love using. So it's kind of like a mild tacky primer, and again I love the packaging because it's so reminiscent of when I was a kid. So I was a kid in the 90s. I was born in the late 80s, and yeah, in school we would have glue that looked exactly like this, so that nice nostalgia around it. And last year I used it so much, and it will continue into this year as well because it's just such a great primer. So as that sinks in, let's talk a bit more about the foundation. So this was kindly sent to me by NYX. I won like a competition on Instagram to one to be sent to me, so I was very excited to get this. I was going to pick it up anyway, but who doesn't turn down a competition these days? So this is a soft matte buildable foundation. I have the shade Fair Porcelain, and I do have quite a few shades. I'm quite intrigued because the pipette is exactly the same as the Urban Decay one that came out a few years ago. And in case you didn't know, L'Oreal is kind of like the big corporation, and then you've got like NYX and Urban Decay and Maybelline and all that stuff kind of underneath that brand. So the pipette is essentially within the company, because I know it's like a patterned design, which is pretty cool. So on one side I'm going to use a sponge, and the other side I'm going to try a brush, just because I don't know which one is obviously going to work for me. I always like using both depending on my moods, so I'm going to just, yeah, go for it because I'm intrigued, I'm excited. So let's give this a go. We're going to start off this side, and I've only seen Teresa's there talk about this, and I talk about her a lot on my channel because I literally watch every video that she releases. So anything that I watch, most of the time when it's makeup, she's like one of the main people that I watch. So I'm just going to get this on. For my skin, it's going to be quite interesting because I need something that is very kind of full coverage and a kind of has a lot of coverage to it, because I want to cover my redness. I'd rather not have a foundation that shows my rosacea, and that's just it for me, because I've had rosacea for like over 10 years now, and I've come to accept that it's just a massive part of my life, and it's something that is not going to easily disappear, and I can maintain it, I look after it, but sometimes we just have major flare-ups. So that is looking pretty nice. That's looking pretty decent. It is, not 100%, but let's just go on the other side because I want to see what it's like with a brush. Because if the brush is better, then I will just kind of go on the other side of it. So let's get this on. And I always try a foundation multiple times just to see if it is actually worth it. And to be honest, if it ends up not being worth it, I'll still end up using it because I will try many different ways. I'll try it with a primer, without a primer, a mattifying primer and stuff like that. And it just kind of, you just have to make it, you have to find a way for it to work. But if it's just really bad, then it's just really bad. So I think, it's a bit difficult because I feel like this side has given a little bit more coverage. So I feel like let's just add some more onto this side with a brush. It's a bit difficult getting it out because of the actual like pipette thing. It's like a lot of air in it before you kind of like get any products. Okay, so this is what it looks like after kind of a second layer, and to be honest, it actually looks pretty decent. With the last buttermilk tint that came out, it was like a light coverage and it was a lot more kind of silkier and a lot more smooth, but I feel like this as a kind of mattifying buildable foundation. I feel like it's definitely given a lot for my skin, and I feel like color wise I did pretty decent job. So I had the shade Porcelain, like I mentioned. I also used the shade like Vanilla, which is a tad more deeper, but let's go onto a concealer to kind of see how it works together. So this is by Elf. This is their Soft Glam Satin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral 1 or 11. I don't have my glasses on. I bought this when it first came out, so this is not super duper new, especially when it comes to like the makeup world. If it's been out for about a week and a half, it's old news unless you're like on it on the day. But I got this like early access because I'm part of like, well, anyone can sign up to it, but it's like the Elf early access type thing. And I've had this sitting in my kind of pile ever since I got it, and now I finally have a chance to use it. I haven't really heard many things about this, but I have tried so many concealers recently, it's a bit much. But yeah, this is what the doe foot looks like. It's nice and small. It might be a bit orange. Let's give this a whirl and see if it does anything, because some concealers that I've tried recently, like in one of my last first impressions, the concealer by Essence just completely disappeared. It did nothing. So let's tap this in. And Elf have done pretty good recently with their makeup stuff. I did say a while ago with their new highlighter, I did not like it that much. I felt like there was just no pigment to it, and I don't know if it was because of the top layer of the kind of, because it's a baked highlighter, I feel like it probably needs a couple of uses before you can really get into it. But that's quite annoying because I'd rather just it give me a oomph in the beginning. So this concealer is okay. It doesn't seem to have done anything. So this is a creamy lightweight feel. It's very creamy, it's lightweight, that's fine. Hydrating hibiscus complex, hyaluronic acid. I don't know what any of that means, but it's okay. Color wise, it's totally fine. It's there to more brighten than anything else, which I feel like it has done. It looks super orange when I took it out of the packaging, but so far it looks okay. So let's go on to blush. So I have this duo blush by W7, and I've been obsessed wanting to get this. So I got this at the beauty outlet, which is quite interesting because this has just literally come out. I'm just taking off the sellotape. It literally just came out and it's already in the beauty outlet. So W7, I love getting W7 because they're either dupes or when they have their own type of product. It's pretty good. So yeah, this is the blush twist, and I don't know if this is like a dupe for like Patrick Tar or anything, because you've got your cream and then you've got your powder. So I kind of feel like going in with the cream, even though it's super red, but the other options just weren't working, like color wise they wouldn't look right on me. So I'm going to go in with a very light hand and I'm going to see if this does anything. It's called Love Me, and yeah, I got this for like £3 or something like that, where I think normally you can get it on the W7 website for about £6 or whatever, which is still super affordable because it's W7 and you get 2 blushes. So I might have put on way too much. That's no surprise. I'm just going to slowly tap it because I don't want to add more than necessary. And like I mentioned, I quite frequently add too much blush to look like a clown, but we're going to blend it out because we want to look half decent. That's interesting. That's blending out into like a purple pink, if that makes sense. Like it's dark red in the pan, but when I look up close, it's gone very pink. I'm just adding more on. I haven't dipped back in again, so I'm going to close it before I regret adding any more to this brush. But that's blending out really nicely. It's super pigmented, and I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to dip in again, but it seemed to have like shifted a color slightly. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to tap some of my kind of foundation into this so it blends in because it is quite strong. Okay, I didn't have to like dumb it down too much, but I think it looks really gorgeous. It's a nice glow. I don't have a new highlighter today, which I'm sorry, I wish I did have a new highlight, that would be amazing. But we're going to go straight to eyeshadow. And this is not new, but I got it on Beauty Bay for like £3 or something. So this is their Mini Charms 9 colour palette. So I recently picked up their brand new palette, which I did a video by itself. It's called the Moonscape. No, sorry, the Wonderscape. And I absolutely love that palette. It's absolutely gorgeous, very like fairy orientated, and the colour in them are absolutely beautiful. But then Beauty Bay also had like a massive sale, like a big reduction in some of their own products. I don't know, I know that they are kind of rebranding slightly because a lot of their new stuff has brand new packaging to it, but a lot of their older stuff is significantly reduced. So this Mini Charms palette, again, like I said, was a couple of pounds, and I've been wanting to try it for a while. Normally it's like £10, and I thought today let's just put it on, and I'm just going to use I'm just going to use a couple of shades because there's no matte tone, so it's only just going to be a shimmer look, which is totally fine by me because I just, yeah, want my eyes to sparkle. So they don't have any, oh, they do have names. I literally just tore the paper off. So let's start off with, I don't even know what kind of colour I'm going to do. So let's just start off with this one, which is called Aurora. So we're going to take it. Oh, okay, that's very beautiful. I'm just going to, oh wow, that's so nice. Okay, yeah, these are definitely obviously like eyeshadow toppers and may need to be used in conjunction with other things, but we're changing it up a bit today, and there's obviously no rules to makeup. You can do whatever the hell you want. You can do makeup any way you want to, and it's about expressing yourself. So this one is going on beautifully, and it's kind of like a duochrome holographic type shade, which I think all of them are, to be honest. But when I upload this, I don't know if the sale will still be on, but definitely have a look. And Beauty Bay always have a ton of sales on their TikTok shop as well, which is great because they always have like a reduction, or like, you know, this is £5 for 20 minutes or something stupid like that. But yeah, always have a look. So let's go on to this purple at the bottom here, which is called Ethereal. And we're just going to, oh, that's beautiful. Let's just put that on here. So yeah, if you wanted to do something kind of like fairy-esque, or you want something that's very like just glittery, and it looks very wet as well, but it feels really nice on the eyes. It doesn't feel like it's like falling out or anything. I don't see any fallout personally. I could be, no, there's no fallout. That's great. Okay, so far we are liking this. And I have wanted to pick it up for a while, but I've never really been like, oh, I just want to get a palette just full of shimmers. Like, I've never really gone out of my way to be like, oh, here's just a palette of shimmers. But I like to mix it up, especially with the matte tones. Let's finish. Well, we're doing it in a corner, so we'll do one for here, which I feel like will probably be maybe this blue in the middle, which is called, let's see, Cosmic. Okay, so that's all very nice icy blue. And oh wow, okay, yes, I slept on this palette. What can I say? I mean, I think it's been out for at least a year now. It came out with another palette, and I cannot remember which one it was, but they kind of came out with, I think, two palettes at the time, and I obviously didn't pick up this one, but the other one I think I purchased. I just can't remember. My memory is so bad, and especially these days where I'm just super tired all the time, I forget things even more. But let's go on with the inner corner shade, this nice icy shade here, which is called Milky Way. So let's see if it kind of shows up. Oh yes, it does. Yes. Oof. Okay. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so yeah, it's such a random kind of look, but to be honest, because I only have the kind of shimmers to work with, I feel like it's absolutely stunning, and I love how it looks, and I'll probably definitely do something like this again. Okay, and now to end on the lips, I have two new products. So this is by Beauty Bay. Again, I think I got this for like £2. It's one of their lip liners. So it's a Super Sculpt lip liner in the shade Heather. And then number 17, which is a brand by Boots. They've come out with their Velvet Blur lip creams, and this is in the shade Crimson Kiss. It's this gorgeous red. So I don't think the lip liners are going to match because I got like a deep nude tone, but we'll make it work. It's fine. So this is obviously the shade, and let's get this on. Okay, super creamy, kind of very blendable. It's a tad dry, but it's not like the end of the world. It's still very pigmented. So let's go in with this lip cream, and oh, it's a nice interesting doe foot. Let's see how this works. Oh my god, it smells really nice. It's got that kind of candy, sugar sweet smell to it. Okay, I made it work and I'm super happy. So this is my finished look. I feel like everything has worked really well together. The only thing I'm a little bit skeptical is the concealer. And I feel like these days concealers are very hit and miss, mainly because when they say they're creaseless, they crease, and there's nothing that you can really do about it apart from like when you do that and you kind of like tap it in with like a powder. But I'm not going to keep this on for very long, so maybe in the future when I'm going out or if I'm going to work and I need it on for a long time, I will test it out. The foundation I really like, mainly because when I put it on with a brush, it looks so much better, because again, I like to always test out with a sponge because some foundations look better, some don't. And the blush is insanely pigmented, really gorgeous. Eyeshadow palette is stunning. I really like this eye look a lot, and the lip products, they're great. I love how the little ombre effect is, and yeah, this is my finished look. So let me know what you guys have been testing out recently. What have you been enjoying? Anything new that I should test out? I'm supposed to be saving my money, but if there's maybe one or two things that I like the look of, I might pick it up. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there, and appreciate you sitting down listening to me ramble on. I shall see you soon. Bye bye.